Alright guys, this is episode 6 of the Learn Roblox Dev With Me series. Today's episode will be our first minigame creation, based on all the concepts that we've learned in the previous episodes. Well, let's not waste any more time and let's get right into it. Okay, so here's what I was thinking for the goal of the game. So, players have to run around the map collecting energy orbs using proximity prompts, and each orb you collect will give you 1 energy. But every 10 seconds, there's going to be a bonus pad that spawns in, and it's going to activate for 3 seconds. And stepping on those gives you 3 energy. Right, so I've officially finished creating the minigame. It took a little while because I kept running into some errors. But let's go through the code and let's analyze this here. Alright, first let's just look at what's in our workspace. So, under the workspace, I made a folder called Energy Orbs first. And everything that has to do with this minigame is under that folder. So, as you can see, we have the script there, then we have the parts. Bonus pad is that bonus pad, and then we have orbs 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I just thought of doing 5 orbs for this one. Alright, let's take a look at the script now. Alright, so this is the script. Let's go through it line by line and just figure out what I did here. Hopefully you guys have something similar. You guys can copy paste the code down in the comments below that you guys have written so I can see what you guys have done. Alright, so the first thing is I created a list here, local orbs, and I linked it to every single orb part. So I did a WaitForChild just because I don't want any errors coming in because the orb isn't there when it actually is going to take a couple more seconds. So just as a safety measure, what we learned, use WaitForChild for that. So these are all the orbs. Earlier, before putting it into a list, I was manually creating the proximity prompt for every single one, and I just was like, yeah, this is very redundant. There's no need for that. We can use lists and we can use a for loop to create that much easier. Alright, next I created the point system. So I set points equal to 0, that's our default points. And we changed that throughout this code. And then local can collect equals true. That's a debounce variable for our orbs. So here is something a bit interesting. So I did for underscore orb and I pairs. This is basically setting up the for loop and creating the proximity prompt instance for every single orb in the list. It iterates through this list and it creates a proximity prompt for all of those orbs. I know I haven't taught you guys how to do lists and for loops in Roblox itself, but it's pretty similar to stuff you learn in any random programming course, and I'm already pretty good with stuff like that, so I didn't want to just spend a couple weeks making tutorials on for loops and lists and if statements and all that stuff, because it's kind of disingenuous, right? The series is called Learn Roblox Dev With Me, right? So it would be kind of disingenuous if I was pretending that I don't know all the basic stuff. So I just wanted to clarify that. Alright, so next here we set the triggered function, and here's where all the debouncing and stuff happens to make sure that everything works properly. So connected to the player, and every time these orbs are collected, one of the orbs is collected, the points is incremented by 1, so it increases by 1 each time, and then we'll print the points whenever you collect one. And then you set the debounce variable to false. Then you have to set the prompt.enable to false so that the prompt doesn't just stay there. And you have to wait so the prompt can come back after the orb is back. And also orb.transparency equals 1. And then wait 2 seconds. Then we set the debounce variable back to true, enable the prompt back up again, set the transparency back, and then over and over again this will run like this. So that is how I did the orbs, and I have to set it out. I did get multiple errors when creating this stuff because I had stuff in the wrong places. But let's go over to the bonus pad that gives you 3 points each time you hover over it. So I set the first variable as local bonus pad and then set it to the script parent bonus pad that's in the folder. Then Then I set the debounce variable, local can touch equals true, just like how we did back here with local can collect. And then we set up the touch event. This one's pretty simple because we didn't need to like iterate through the list and get multiple orbs or multiple bonus pads. There's just one. So I did bonus pad.touch connect function and other part. And then here I set if not can touch, then return the end. So if it detects that the can touch equals false, it will just stop the code right here and won't do anything else with it. But if not, it will go through with the rest of the code. So I set the character as the other part.parent because the other part, remember, is the part that is touching the current part that you are having. So whatever part touches the bonus pad, that is other part, and that will be apart from our character, like a leg or hand or anything. So the parent of that is our whole character model. Then we set local humanoid equals character FindFirstChild, and we set that as a humanoid to get our character. Then I set the if statement, if humanoid, and I basically did the same thing as the other one with the orbs, but just did it to tailor to this one. So points incremented by 3, print out the points, and then do all like the debouncing and the transparency. And this one's task.wait 10 seconds because I was gonna do like the bonus pad only appears every 10 seconds and then you can get it. And I'll show you guys how it works now. So as you can see, there's the orbs and also the bonus pad over there. So when you collect the orb here, it disappears for a couple seconds. And you see in the output it says points.1. And as you can see, the orb came back. Points.1. Points is 1, right? So when I click the second orb, it'll be points 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it just keeps going over and over again. And then the bonus pad, right? When you click it, it went from 9 to 12 the points. And in 10 seconds, it will be back. And basically, you can just do that over and over again. This is basically like a simple orb collecting and bonus pad collecting, like points collecting system.